Hello, stranger. God, it's been a while.
I've
got here something that's incredibly special.
Fat less.
Fat less has been in my family since I can ever remember. Wow. Okay. He hung in Dad's house in France for years. For years, Rebecca Pritchard remained a key figure on Salvage Hunters, working alongside Drew Pritchard to bring antiques back to life. Viewers enjoyed her expertise and attention to detail. But then she suddenly stopped.
Rebecca Pritchard vanished from TV after her husband's affair. She built $1 million empire from the ruins of her broken marriage. You know,
theories emerged. Some cited health reasons, others a new life direction. What's the real story? Join us as we spill the tea about Rebecca Pritchard's sudden departure from Salvage Hunters. Rebecca Pritchard's last appearance on Salvage Hunters was in Season 18, Episode 12. Since then, speculation continues to swirl online, with fans still searching for answers. No doubt, Rebecca's absence from the show left a noticeable gap as she played a crucial role in assessing antiques.
That feeling when you think you know someone, but then their true story comes out and it changes everything. That's exactly what happened with Rebecca Pritchard.
Decision to shift her focus to other ventures. According to the farewell video posted by Salvage Hunters on Instagram, Rebecca stated that she is happily moving on to new challenges and wants to make space for the next generation on the show. As you know, I've been with the series since day one, and honestly, I've loved it. It's been an educational experience. I've met hoarders, historians, antique dealers, and your viewing has really made the program what it is today. So, take good care and thank you very much.
From Salvage Hunters. Most people think she just quietly left the show, but the real truth is way more dramatic than anyone imagined.
She worked in the women's fashion industry, specializing in manufacturing, wholesale, and retail. This took her on tours to various countries and allowed her to gain valuable business experience. Over the years, Rebecca explored other business opportunities and interests which eventually led to her decision to leave the show. Rebecca explicitly mentioned that her departure from the show wasn't due to any fallout, but because she wanted to move on to new challenges. However, there were some factors that influenced her decisions.
Rebecca didn't just disappear from TV. She was forced out by one of the biggest scandals in British reality television. And here's the
criticized scandal that affected both Drew's personal life and his professional reputation. According to a reliable source, Drew and Amanda first met through their sons, who were close friends. Over time, their connection grew, eventually leading to a romantic relationship. Although the timeline of their affair remains unclear, it became public knowledge when Amanda's husband, Janice Bryn Thomas, discovered the infidelity on the part of his wife. At first, Janice, a busy businessman, didn't notice
crazy
anything
part,
unusual.
she came back stronger than ever. By the time I finish telling you the story, you'll understand why Rebecca Pritchard is one of the most underrated.
Join us as we spill the tea about Rebecca Pritchard's sudden departure setting off a chain of dramatic events. The situation escalated when Amanda decided to end the relationship with Drew. In response, Drew sent a text message to Amanda, calling her husband a coward for not seeking revenge over the affair. This led Amanda to show her husband the text message, and he went to confront Drew at the Liverpool Arms, a pub in Conway, North Wales. When Janice arrived at the pub, he claimed that Drew recognized
Estimated women in business today.
He approached Drew.
Let me start with the night everything changed. It's 2017, and Rebecca is sitting at home.
Pub quickly gained media attention, leading to legal consequences for Janice. He was charged in court and ordered to pay a total of £1,721, which included a fine of £1,440, £100 in compensation, and £181 in legal costs. Additionally, he was banned from the Liverpool Arms and other local pubs in the area. Drew, who was not entirely innocent in the matter, also faced his own set of repercussions.
When her phone starts buzzing with calls from reporters, her husband Drew had just been beaten up in a pub, and the whole thing was caught on camera.
But Amanda Thomas opened yet another can of worms. According to reports, Amanda revealed that since the altercation became public, she has been receiving harassing text messages from other women who claim to have been involved with Drew. These women accused Amanda of breaking up their relationships, which meant Drew wasn't just involved with Amanda, but a lot of other women. Fans of Salvage Hunters were shocked by the revelations, and the scandal became a buzz, especially within the local community where the altercation.
This wasn't some random fight. This was revenge. revenge, and Rebecca had no idea it was coming. You see, while Rebecca was busy making Salvage Hunters,
noting that at the time of the affair, Drew was still legally married to Rebecca Pritchard.
It was a personal decision
For Rebecca,
to shift her focus
the scandal
to
was
other
a bit
ventures.
challenging and painful.
According to the farewell
she not
video
only endured the
posted
public humiliation of her husband's affair, but also struggled to maintain a professional relationship with him both during and after the scandal. Over time, the tension between them became unbearable, ultimately leading to their divorce. Right now, the trend in the entertainment industry is elaborate weddings and short-lived marriages, but the Pritchards
was one of the most popular shows on British TV. Her husband was having an affair. Not just any affair, one that would destroy two families.
While Drew was still in the early stages of his
Rebecca
antiques
stated
business.
that she is happily
The duo
moving on
first
to new
met when
challenges
Rebecca
and wants to make
visited
space
Drew's
for the
antique
next
shop, and from
generation
that
on the
moment,
show.
it was crystal
As you
clear
know,
they had a strong connection. With their mutual interest in antiques and design, they started dating. Their relationship blossomed after a few dates, and they decided to walk down the aisle. A few months later, Rebecca and Drew exchanged vows and began their life together. During their marriage, the Pritchards had two children, a son Tom and a daughter.
Families and end up in court. The woman's name was Amanda Thomas, and she was married to a successful businessman named Janice.
Grew up around the
But here's
antiques
I've
business,
been
likely
with
gaining
the
exposure to the
series
world of
since
restoration
day
and trade from an early
one,
age.
and honestly,
Grace,
I've
on the other
loved
hand,
it.
has remained
It's
even more
been
private,
an
with
education-
limited
How to work
details
under
available
pressure
about her
and
life
how to
and
make
interests.
decisions quickly,
However,
both
their
of which
seemingly
would
perfect
later
life
serve
was
her
disrupted
perfectly
when
in
Drew's
television.
extramarital affairs
After
came
2
to light.
decades in fashion,
According to reports,
fashion
Rebecca
industry
filed for the
shifted its
dissolution
focus
of their marriage in
overseas.
2017,
Rebecca changed her
officially
career
ending their
path.
decadal-long
She
marriage.
moved to North Wales
Of course,
and
the
invested
exact
in real
reasons were
estate.
where it gets really interesting. Amanda's husband found out about the affair in the most modern way possible, through phone record. He saw Drew's number.
Where should that item go? Can we just have that one front and center there? Just give it a little bit of room to breathe. Turn it around there.
Your
Line up with the
viewing
doorway.
has really
That's
made
fine.
Rebecca decided
Lovely,
to shift
lovely,
gears completely.
lovely.
She
This
moved
tub,
into
great
property
piece of retail as
development, but
well.
again,
Big,
not in a
but it will
surface
still
level
fit in
way.
the car.
Her focus
Despite
was
their
on
divorce,
restoring
Rebecca
old,
and
focusing
Drew
on
remained
buying,
professional and
restoring, and
continued working
repurposing
together,
old buildings.
focusing on their children
This
and their
was the
shared
period
career
when
in
she learned
antiques.
to see
In the
architecture
aftermath of their
as an
divorce in
object with its own
2017,
Appearing dozens of times in his wife's call logs.
particularly due to the
When he
valuation
confronted
of their
Amanda,
shares.
she broke
Even
down
though
and
their
admitted
separation was
everything
described as
she had been
The
seeing.
court ruled
So,
that Rebecca was
take good
entitled to a
care,
portion of their
and
shared assets
thank you very
valued
much.
at $8 million.
You see, prior to
This
Rebecca
division of
joining
assets
Salvage
was a
Hunters,
necessary
she had
step to
already
ensure
built
a
a
fair
successful
settlement
career.
for
Old and
both
historic
parties.
buildings,
One of the most
the kind
notable
most
assets
people might have
involved in the
overlooked.
settlement was their
She
home,
loved
an
the
18th
process
century
of bringing
chapel that
something
Drew purchased
neglected
in
back to life.
1995.
Whether it was
The
an old
property
from
located
history.
in Conway,
When
North
asked
Wales,
about
was
this
listed
turning
for sale
point,
at
she replied
£795,000,
"I love
reflecting its
every
unique
stitch and
features and the
seam,
meticulous
but
work
when I
done to
touched
preserve
an
its
antique-
Drew
historical
for
character.
months, and they were
Chapel
planning to
home
leave
boasted
their
several
families to be
unique features,
together.
including an ornate
Now
toilet
most people
previously
would have
owned by
handled this
Bowling
quietly,
Stone Front
maybe
and
through
Sea
lawyers or
It also
that
included
extended
a
far
holiday
beyond the
cottage,
show.
3 stables,
Initially, she
and a
worked in
large
the women's
pond,
fashion
adding to
industry,
its uniqueness.
specializing in
After the
manufacturing,
divorce,
wholesale,
beyond the
and
financial
retail.
aspects,
This
Drew
took
and
her
Rebecca
farmhouse or a
prioritized
Georgian
their family
townhouse,
during the divorce
Rebecca had a
proceedings.
genuine
They
respect
continued
for
to co-parent
craftsmanship
their
and
2
history.
children,
By the
ensuring
late
stability
2000s,
and
she was
support.
already known in
Despite
her
their
circle for
separation,
peak.
their amicable
I realized
separation
that
allowed
time,
both to
too,
focus
can
on their
weave its
personal
own
and
kind of
professional
beauty.
lives after the
From a
divorce.
woman of fashion,
Drew continued his
Rebecca
work in the
Pritchard
antiques industry
unexpectedly
and on
stepped
Salvage
into
private
Hunters.
conversations.
Rebecca pursued other
But
personal
Janice
and
was
professional
furious,
interests.
and Drew
Having
made
said
a
that,
huge
it is safe
mistake.
to assume that
When
Rebecca's
Amanda tried to
experiences
end the
influenced her
affair,
decision to
Drew
leave
on
Salvage
tours to
Hunters.
various countries
Since leaving
and allowed
Salvage
her to gain
Hunters,
valuable
Rebecca
business
has remained
experience.
active in the
Over the
antiques
years,
industry.
Rebecca explored
She
other
now
business
uses her
opportunities
extensive
and
experience
interests,
and
which
network
eventually
to
led
work
to
as a
her
dealer,
understanding of
researcher,
architectural
and specialist
design
in
and
decorative
restoration.
antiques,
That's
catering
around
to
the time
private
she
clients
crossed
and
paths
interior
with Drew
designers.
Pritchard, a
Her
well-known
expertise and eye for
architectural
detail have
antiques
earned her
dealer
a
to
strong
completely
reputation in the
different
industry,
path.
allowing her to thrive
Amid the
independently
aged
of the show.
structures of Wales,
Apart from
she
antiques,
met the man
Rebecca
who
has
would join
returned to
her
her
in
roots in
creating a
property
television
development.
phenomenon.
Sent her a text message calling her husband a coward for not seeking revenge. Amanda showed this message to her husband, and that's when everything exploded.
Decision to
A
leave
small
the show.
family-oriented
Rebecca
lodging that
explicitly
provides
mentioned that
overnight
her
stays
departure
for
from the
guests.
show wasn't due to
Outside
any
of real
fallout,
estate,
but because
Rebecca
she
leads
wanted
an
to
active
move on to
lifestyle
new
that keeps her
challenges.
engaged.
With a passion
One of her
for finding
passions is
hidden
horse riding.
gems.
From her
Together,
Pinterest
their
profile,
skills
it is
matched
evident
in a
that she
way
has
that
been
felt
involved in
almost
equestrian
effortless.
activities since
Their
childhood,
chemistry, both
and it remains a
professional
big
and
part of her life.
That
Beyond
encounter
being a hobby,
marked the
horse
beginning of
riding
an
helps
era
her relax
that would
and
bring
provides an
Rebecca's
escape
name
from
to
work
the height
passions deadlines and business pressures. Another passion of Rebecca's is cooking.
Janice knew exactly where to find Drew, the Liverpool Arms pub in Conway, Wales. Drew was there on a Friday night,
However,
an important part of her daily life.
Her decisions.
It allows her to unwind and explore different culinary traditions, reflecting the same curiosity that once made her an expert in antiques and fashion. In recent years, Rebecca has also embraced caravanning. This newly developed passion enables her to travel, visit antique sites, and explore different cities.
In the early 2000s,
it also allows her to gain inspiration for her business ventures. On the personal side of things, Rebecca has chosen to remain unmarried since
surrounded by fans and fellow dealers. According to witnesses, Janice walked in calmly, approached Drew's table, and said his name.
Having established what happened to Rebecca Pritchard, let's find out how she joined Salvage Hunters.
Both Drew's
Good
personal
career
life
afternoon.
and his professional
How are we
reputation.
doing? Isn't that nice? Where have you been?
Drew traveled across
Spain.
the country looking
Witten
for
Estate in
antiques and
Herefordshire.
salvage pieces.
There's a distillery
while Rebecca
on site.
handled the
A distillery.
valuations, historical
There was
research,
plenty of,
and
well,
quickly
a little
discovered
bit.
a shared
There was a
passion
cassis.
for antiques,
English
patience
cassis
with
is their
detail,
specialty.
and a
So,
practical
bar drinking,
mindset
you've
in
come back with
restoration.
this. Yeah.
What began as a
gone are the
profession-
days of screens being
When
muted.
Drew looked up with what people described as a smirk, Janice punched him in the face. Hard. Drew went down and Janice hit.
According to a reliable
retail
source, Drew and
environment.
Amanda first
Prior
met
to her
through their
television
sons,
debut,
who were close
Rebecca
friends.
had built a 20-year
Over
career
time,
in the
their
fashion
connection
industry,
grew,
working in
eventually leading
wholesale,
to a romantic
retail, and
relationship.
manufacturing across the
She
UK
didn't
and
just sit
Hong
in front
Kong.
of a camera
It was during this
describing
period
things.
that she met
She
her
was part of the
ex-husband.
process,
After
and her
moving into
knowledge
property
gave the
development
show
in
its
North
backbone.
Wales, where she
What
bought
middle
and sold
relationship
homes, Rebecca's
gradually
skills in
became a
restoration
personal
and
bond.
design began to align
After
with
some
Drew's
time
passion
together,
for salvaging
they quietly
antiques.
married.
Fortunately,
Their small
her
family
ex-husband
had
took the
2
spotlight.
children.
Him several more times before other people stopped the fight. The whole thing was over in seconds, but the consequences lasted for years. Janet.
For me?
Although
Yes.
the timeline of
Can
their
I have a
affair
look?
remains unclear,
Yeah, sure.
it became public
Have a look.
knowledge when Amanda's
Have a
husband,
look.
Janus
Yeah,
Bryn Thomas,
absolutely.
discovered the
Do love the
infidelty
color.
on the part.
Initially, Rebecca stayed behind the camera, but soon became a natural fit for the show due to her growing expertise in antiques and restoration. After a few more seasons, she stepped into a co-presenter role, bringing a complementary perspective to Drew's findings. On the show, her role was to evaluate the history, condition, and
This
restoration
was charged
potential
with
of
assault and
items.
had to pay over £1,700 in compensation. He was banned from multiple pubs in the area. Drew,
Before being displayed
At
or
first,
sold.
Janus, a busy
Over time,
businessman, didn't
Rebecca's
notice
role on the
anything
show became
unusual.
more important.
However, he grew
The producers
suspicious
noticed
after
her
repeatedly
on-screen
seeing
chemistry
Drew's
with
number in
Drew
his
and how
wife's
easily
call.
she could explain the antiques business to viewers. So basically, she didn't just evaluate antiques, she also brought valuable expertise that made the show more engaging. This led the producers to offer her a spin-off show. Although the concept of the spin-off, Salvage Hunters, the Restorers, was similar to the original show,
despite being the victim, was also banned from the Liverpool Arms for life. But the story doesn't end there. After the pub fight became public, some
condition and determined what needed to be done to restore their value. She then explained to the restorers what repairs or modifications were needed, ensuring they understood the item's history and value. Aside from that, she also helped determine whether the restoration would be profitable for the shop. Rebecca used her expertise in antiques to estimate how much an item could sell for after restoration. This helped the team determine whether their efforts were worthwhile. The Lamberta Museum could be really good for business if
something shocking happened. Amanda Thomas received dozens of messages from other women. These women claimed they had also been having affairs with.
Sometimes she also explained the restoration process to viewers, highlighting the importance of certain repairs. Thanks to Rebecca's expertise, the spin-off series achieved significant success. Viewers appreciated her hands-on approach and ability to breathe new life into antique pieces, making the show both educational and entertaining. However, Rebecca's time on the series was brief. After just 6 seasons, she left the show, disappointing many fans who had grown to appreciate her expertise.
They accused Amanda of ruining their relationships with him. This meant Drew wasn't just cheating with one person. He had been cheating with multiple.
Tied her success to her ex-husband.
This led Amanda
While
to
this
show
may
her
seem
husband
normal,
the text
it
message,
was disappointing
and he
for
went to
Rebecca,
confront
who
Drew
worked
at the
hard to build
Liverpool
her
Arms,
expertise
a
in the
pub in
antiques
Conwy,
industry.
North Wales.
Many forget that Rebecca had years of experience under her belt before joining the show. Her ex-husband, in an interview, shared that prior to Rebecca joining him on the show, she had spent time in Hong Kong, where she gained hands-on experience in fashion, sharpening her ability to recognize quality and design. This background in fashion helped her
Women for years. Imagine being Rebecca in that moment. Your husband's affair is front-page news. He's been beaten up in public.
To Rebecca
When
that some
Janus
fans
arrived at the
attributed
pub,
her
he
success to
claimed that Drew
Drew, but
recognized
also a
him and
disregard for
smirked.
her own expertise
Enraged,
and
he approached
contributions.
Drew, knocked him